once again, everyone. For this week's video, I thought I would show you guys my Copic collection. I've had a lot of requests over the years to show a Copic collection video, and I have never done it, so I've been moving into my new art studio, as you guys know, and I've had all this stuff out so I can move it and organize it and stuff, so I thought I would share it with you guys since it was out. So I'm going to show you my markers, my refills, all the stuff that I have, like my booklets and stuff like that. So I'm just going to walk you through that really quick. And anytime I talk about my Copic collection, I always get asked about how long did it take me to accumulate all the markers that I own. I purchased the markers themselves over about a 2 or 3 year period, I'd say, before I had all of them. And then I've been purchasing the refills since that time. Whenever I run out of a color, I'll just buy a refill since it's cheaper than buying a new marker. And then I've got the other stuff, like so on, since then. And I guess I should probably mention that everything I'm showing in this video was purchased by me or given to me as a gift, or was included in the demo packet when I went to the Copic certification class, which I also paid for. So nothing was given to me as gifts. This is not a sponsored video, blah blah blah. Some people like to hear the disclaimer at the beginning. I don't know why, but you know. So I guess we'll just go ahead right now and get into the Copic collection. Okay, so these are the Copic markers that I own. I do own the entire collection of Copic markers, and then I have a couple doubles from sets that I've got as presents and stuff like that. The shelves, these white shelves here, I've mentioned these in multiple videos before, but these shelves were made by the website organizemore.com. They make shelves there that are for like craft storage and stuff like that, and these were specifically designed for use with markers, and they work really great to store Copics, obviously. I have 2 of these. I actually have 2 more that I purchased that are on the way for other markers that I have because I like them so much. But yeah, this is my Copic collection. Zoom in. I'm on a tripod, so it's a little bit awkward. Sorry, guys. There. So I just have them organized according to color. And other than that, they're not organized by in a certain color order. They're just organized by color, so I can just reach and grab them when I need to. I also have my multi-liners here on this shelf as well. And I do own every size of every color multi-liner that Copic makes, including the SP multi-liners in all the colors, both in the 0.3 nib size and the brush nib size. And then the black ones that I have the Copic Drawing Pen right here that I don't really use that often. I only have it in black. I don't have it in I think it comes in sepia. And then down here I have my fluorescents, and then I have some empty markers that I've mixed some colors. This one is just empty, but that I've mixed my own colors in. And they're kind of smushed into here a lot. And then there's just some extra like black markers and extra grays, and then some of my originals. I don't have very many originals. And the one wide marker that I do have, and then my colorless blenders are here as well. So I'm just going to go through this one more time. So I have my grays are all right here, and then my browns and blues. This tripod is nice to do something like this with. And then my blue greens and reds, and then my greens and yellow reds, and then my yellows and yellow greens, and my blue violets and red violets. Lots and lots of markers. I love these markers. I just love the way they look. So that is it for my Copic collection. I will have a link to the store where I bought these shelves down below if you want to check that out if you're looking for good marker storage. They're really good quality and I like them a lot. So now I'm going to go on and show you guys my Copic refills. Alright, so these are my Copic refills. You guys remember the horrible refill drawer. This is just a white storage drawer, and they're just kind of thrown in here. This is actually the last time you will see the white storage drawer, because I had shelves like these made for these from Organize More. I just haven't got them in. But when I do my workspace tour, you guys will see that, because I should have them by that time. So in here I just have all the refills in the world. I have an extra air can for my Copic airbrush system that shouldn't even be in there. This is my large colorless blender refill because I use the colorless blender a lot. But yeah, I just have, most of these are colors that I use fairly often, so like skin colors and grays, and then just like my favorite colors are in here. They're just not in any order, but eventually they will be. But this is a nightmare right now. But yeah, these are the refills that I own right now. I probably have about 150 or so. I haven't counted them, but yeah, so these are my refills. So now I guess I will show you my other refill stuff. Alright, so this little mesh pencil pouch is also from Copic. I was given this when I went to the Copic certification class, but I have my like ink cartridges for my multi-liners and a bunch of spare like brush nibs and nibs for the multi-liners, and that's what's kept in here. But I have a lot of these brush, or like the multi-liner brush nib refills, because when I bought my SP multi-liners, these ones, I bought them right when they first came out, and the refills were really hard to find. Like, you couldn't find them anywhere. So I went ahead and I bought like a whole case of them. Like, not, it had like, I think it had 10, but I have not yet gone through them, and I've had them for a couple years, so someday I'll go through all of these. So that is what is in this little Copic case. I also forgot to show that I do have a little bottle of the Copic Opaque White. This is the new Opaque White that has the little brush. My brush is a little bit messed up, but I don't really use the brush. I use my own like paintbrush when I use this, but I do have the Copic Opaque White as well. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my Copic airbrush system real quick. This is the extra can that I just showed you guys that was in my refill drawer, but I do have the Copic airbrush system. So this is the grip that the marker kind of slides into for spraying, and this is the hose that goes with it. This is an extra can, and this is the like adapter if you're using a air compressor. I do have an air compressor, that's why I only have 2 cans of this. This one's almost empty. Come out. But yeah, this one's pretty much empty, and then I have the little foamy stand that it came with. But I do use an air compressor with this, so, but it's not Copic brand, so I didn't include it in this little video. But yeah, that's my Copic airbrush system. I need to use this more because I do really like this, so I guess I'll show you some storage stuff next. Alright, so I have this big black Copic marker storage case. They came out with this a few years ago, and I bought it because I used to take my markers to school with me. I don't use this that often anymore, so inside of it, this thing is really big, but inside of it, excuse me, I have the little mesh baskets that came with it. They're kind of folded up so that I can put other stuff in here. And I have some more marker storage, the black fabric ones. This one is a 72 marker storage holder, whatever you want to call it, but in here there's just like more of the same, just my plastic ones that my sets came in, and the lids that go with them, and then some extra black storage marker storage cases. I think this is the 36, and then the 12 one is down there as well. But that's really all I keep in here. I don't use this too often. Like, I used it so much that it's like torn right here and it's all like dirty and I need to clean it. But yeah, this is what I usually will take, this black thing, if I travel and want to take all my markers. Otherwise I'll use one of the smaller Copic cases. So I thought I would talk about my Copic related books next. These are just, I only have 4 of them. And then I'll go into like pamphlets and stuff like that, and then I will be done. This is the Shadows and Shading book. It's by Marianne Walker, and it's a book that shows how to do lighting and shading, but it's all done in Copic markers, because Marianne Walker works for Copic. But yeah, this is a fun little book if you want to learn about like how to do shading and like create light sources and stuff. But I like that it's all done with Copic, since Copic is something that I work in a lot. So yeah, I like this book a lot. It's a really interesting read, and it's pretty inexpensive. I think it's like $12 on Amazon or something. And then I have a couple of the Copic coloring guides here. These are generally more meant towards paper crafters and people who do like card making and stuff, but they do have some information about coloring techniques and stuff. So if you're wanting to learn about how to color something a certain way or do a certain technique, these books will probably help you out a lot. But as I said, they are kind of generally aimed towards card makers rather than illustrators, but they are an interesting read as well. And I think there's a lot more than what I have now, but I just haven't got any of the other ones since I just haven't felt the need to. I do have one more book, but I'm going to save it to the end because that one's kind of special, so. And then I just have some like random pamphlets and stuff that I've gotten. A lot of these were given to me when I was at the Copic certification class. They just have like information about the markers themselves in them, so I'm not really going to go into these. I think that places where they sell Copics, you can pick these up. Or you used to be able to. I don't really know anymore. I haven't bought any Copics in a long time, but product catalogs. This one's from 2012, so it's a bit old, but you know, just information about the products they sell and what kind of, like, talks about the difference between what the different markers and stuff. And then I have a big Copic color wheel that has the 358 colors on it. I have a big hand color chart that's blank. I don't know where my hand color chart is. Here is my color chart. I had to go find it. But I have all the Copic colors. As you can see, this color chart has been around for a while. Like, it has a hole in it, and it's just has water spilled on it and stuff, so I need to fill out a new one. But this is the color chart that I use. And then I have this one that they gave me at the certification class. This blank one that I haven't filled in, and then this is really old. This is what I used to track my colors on when I was buying them originally. You can see, like, here, I was marking off like which ones I had and if they were Sketch or Chow, and then there's information on the colors and stuff in here, and there's more on the back. So that's it for my color charts. Oh wait, no, I have one more. This is my Copic swatch book. It's gotten smushed over time, but it just kind of has blank spaces in here, and you can fill out the colors that you own. This one is really old. I think it's from 2011, so I bought this around the time when Copic released its last set. They haven't released any sets for any new color sets for a couple years, and I really wish that they would, because, you know, I like buying Copics. So, but yeah, so that's all that's in there, is just Copic swatching of the colors I have. So it's kind of like a portable color chart, but I don't use it too much, but, you know, there it is. Alright, so the last part of my collection is actually my Copic Certification Student Manual. As I said, I went to the Copic certification class. This is my certification certificate that I did go through the class, and I have been trained to use Copic markers, and I am also allowed to teach and be contacted to be, like, hired as a teacher for Copic. So, yay, it was in 2012, so it was many, many years ago. But they still do the certification classes all over the country. If you are interested, you could find out more information on the Copic website. But yeah, as I said, this is the Copic Certification Student Manual, and it just has a bunch of information that's gone over in the classes in it. So I'm just going to kind of flip through it, since the only way you can get this is to go through the Copic certification class. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be showing the inside of this, but whatever. But yeah, so that's the last thing of my Copic collection, is my Copic certification manual. Is there something in the back of this? Oh, it's more information on products and like demo things and color information and stuff. So yeah. Alright, so that is it for my Copic collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to know any information about where I got anything or stuff like that, you can leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. As I said, I'll have links to where I got these marker storage thingies in the video description down below if you want to check those out. And I will be back to my like regularly scheduled programming probably by next week. I'm still trying to get the workspace, getting it to like how it suits how I want to work. So yeah, that should be soon, and then I will do a big like desk tour and a room tour and all kinds of stuff like that, so that should be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you shortly for the next video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!